Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video on the latest perfume release from Chloe. It is their new perfume in the Chloe Nomade range, and this is called Chloe Nomade Jasmin Natural Intense. So it's a quite long name. So I'm going to be letting you know how this differs to the others in the range, give you a bit of an overview of the range and let you know my review and first impressions. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. We're all about perfumes. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos just like this on new releases and ranges, as well as my blog where I have an article detailing all the differences between the Chloe Nomade fragrances, as well as hundreds of other articles. And if you're a regular viewer, do check to see if you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. That really helps me. And of course, down below in the description box, I'll leave the link to where you can buy this. It's not out everywhere yet, but I'll leave the links to where it is available, as well as some of the other discontinued ones I'm going to mention. And of course, down below in the description box are links to where you can buy my Perfume Empress and pre-order Aphrodite, which is out later this year, plus my super concentrated soy wax candles. Cool. So Chloe Nomade has been out for quite a while now, and there are 5 different versions of it now with this new one coming out. The original eau de parfum of Nomade is really characterized by an oak moss fragrance note. For me, it's like the biggest, most popular oak moss perfume of like modern times. Now, oak moss is quite a traditional fragrance ingredient. It's something that's used in a lot of more older-fashioned perfumes, but in Chloe Nomade, they had really reinvented it and made it modern, which is good. I'm not personally a big oak moss fan. It's quite earthy and green. So oak moss is essentially what it says on the tin. It is a moss that grows on oak trees, and yeah, I don't really like mosses. They freak me out. Mosses and mushrooms and fungi and stuff freak me out. Anyway, that is what the original really smells of. It has some patchouli in there as well. It comes in an eau de toilette version, which is essentially lighter, the patchouli is removed. And then there was a third one, an absolute version, which is discontinued, which was the one that I preferred out of those 3 original ones. It had more fruitiness in, there's a Mirabelle plum in there, and it was a little bit stronger. And all 3 have these, and the 2 more newer ones have a bit of a sort of leather horse riding type vibe to them. And this has like a suede. They all have a different sort of bow tie thing on them. And it's very much for me like an outdoors, nature, strong, passionate type fragrance, also very unisex fragrance as well, I think. So more recently, Chloe have started doing these like natural perfumes, and it says here on the box, natural origin fragrance, vegan of course, though I have to say it doesn't say it's cruelty free. And it says formulated with 100% natural origin fragrance, alcohol and water, nothing else. It's vegan, does not contain artificial colorants. Jasmine was harvested in Egypt, contributes to a more responsible and more sustainable culture. And packaging contains recycled material. I did a review of one of the other Chloe perfumes that was natural, and I think that was it alcohol free? I found it very weak. I wasn't impressed with it. So in the Nomade range, they released a Nomade Natural the other year, and now we have this new Jasmin Natural. They are quite different to the original Nomade in that they don't have the oak moss note in, so they're not the same. Instead, what they have is a really nice date note in, like the fruit, as well as that Mirabelle plum. And oh, it really does evoke the sense of dates and walking through a marketplace that sells dates. I've been to quite a few in the Middle East, like in Istanbul, the marketplace where you get the scent of all the different fruits and things they're selling a bit of a nuttiness. There's a creamy sandalwood in both of them and a jasmine heart, but this new one, this intense version, Jasmine Intense, definitely has like a stronger jasmine note. It's warmer, it's deeper, it's more concentrated. It does have a hint of patchouli in to help it last, but I don't really smell patchouli in this at all. Instead, I'm getting this really warm sandalwood with that fruity date, that fruity Mirabelle plum, and that Egyptian jasmine really is really beautiful. So I have been loving this fragrance. I've been wearing it the past couple of days. It's really cozy and warm. Even though it's supposed to be spring here in London, the weather still feels quite wintry. So I've been enjoying having quite a cozy type fragrance, and it's sweet without being like traditionally sweet or sickly. It doesn't feel sugary or anything. Instead, it's like this fruity warmth with the sandalwood. It's really cozy. This would be perfect in autumn, winter. Definitely a Soki approved fragrance. I really like it. And the strength of it is good. It's not like the previous Chloe Natural one that I tried where it didn't really last. I think this is definitely my favorite out of the 5 in the range, and it's definitely an improvement on the previous natural version of Nomad, which I believe is now discontinued and has been replaced by this one. So any fans of dates for sure will like this. Jasmine, sandalwood. If you like the Zadig and Voltaire sandalwood fragrances, I think you'll definitely like this. And again, it feels very unisex, with all those woody notes, the dates. This isn't particularly feminine, even though jasmine is usually used more in women's fragrances than men's. I think it's really cozy, and you could definitely wear this like in the evenings as well, throughout the year. I don't think it's too heavy that it could only be worn in the colder months, but perhaps in the summer or the spring I'd keep this more towards an evening fragrance. But yeah, it's really Moorish, really addictive, really cozy, and I think this will do well. It's had quite a quiet launch, like I haven't really seen it advertised or anything, but I'm really rating this. This is one of my favorite releases of the year so far. Cool. So guys, let me know if you're a Nomad fan, or have you tried these new natural versions that don't have the oak moss in. Let me know, and like I said, links in the description to where you can buy this, along with my article on the 5 different versions of Chloe Nomad. But that's it guys, so thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.